Woo! Woo! Holding with a chicken wing.
Where's it
Victory
from?
wings, baby.
Okay,
Who?
all right, that's fine. We'll just roll right into it. Welcome to another episode of Partially Biased, the show with biased takes from biased fans. Partially, I guess we'll do the traditional intro instead of the new one we thought of last week.
Good
but
job.
hey,
Good job.
dude,
Yeah.
thank you. Figured we'd get that out of the way before we forgot. Fellas, let's get right into it. A lot of week one to talk about. A lot of crazy action. Aaron, what stuck out to you?
The immediate humbling of the entire Steeler fan base. I mean, just not what we expected coming out of the gate. And I mean,
Not from
albeit,
preseason.
well, exactly, dude. I'm never going to trust any preseason hype until I see it on the field of week one, because
Mhm.
the amount of air that was just let out of my fat head was just.
It's tough, dude.
It's
The NFL, it's humbling. It's humbling sometimes.
Yeah. So hoping to bounce back next week.
I'm sorry about that. Sucks. But yeah, I still believe in Mike Tomlin and the Steelers.
Yeah.
But all right,
Still
Holden,
believe.
what was on your radar?
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude.
Oh,
I was a little humbled. I was a little humbled myself.
Humbled that half.
I know we got the dub, but a little scary for many reasons. And
scary.
I mean, I know the Cardinals. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was on the sideline. I was watching James Conner and Marquise Brown warm up. A little scary. Looked like they were on a mission. Dudes
James
on the
Conner
sideline were
did not look
chirping at
bad.
him. No, he didn't. And I mean, especially when the rain started coming down, they really started hitting the ground game. And I was like, they're opening holes. They had an end around with Marquise Brown. He took it up the sidelines. I'm like, yikes, we got to fix this. And defense stepped up late third quarter and really changed the game around. And then Sam Howell, he's a little shifty, so he just scrambled one right into the end zone. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. I knew you were gonna say that. As soon as I saw that play unfold, I was like, "Dang, dude is a little shifty."
He is
really
shifty,
is.
dude. Yeah, dude, he likes to run. He likes to run the ball, and I mean, I think we'll see more of it if the offense tends to struggle a little bit. What he's going to put the team on his back like Josh does sometimes. But I just want him to stay healthy because he was taking pops from dudes.
Dude,
left and right.
that was an illegal hit. That had to be spearheading.
Yeah, there were several that they got called on, and I guarantee those players will get fines for those. They were
Good.
going after his head, but yeah, I was excited. It was good, and time to flush it and get to week 2, baby.
Man.
Down to the next one, dude. I'm into that. I believe that. It's kind of interesting though. But like, all right, so just not to stay on this too long, but do you think that he played any different than Taylor Heineke would have? I felt almost like a similar stat line when we had that scramble touchdown. I was like, I could see Heineke doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that Sam Howell has, and the deep ball wasn't there today, and I don't know what it was, but I still think Sam Howell's the better passer. But yeah, I mean, very similar. But I will say what they say about his arm. I felt like the arm talent. A couple throws he did miss for sure. But the zip that he has on the ball is just different than Heineke from when I see it.
I was going to say.
Curtis Samuel stepped up a lot too. Samuel stepped up.
Oh, he did. Absolutely. Samuel was our leading receiver. And I mean, he had 5 catches, 54 yards. That was our leader for that day. I mean, and that's pretty low when you're looking at NFL wide receivers in an NFL game.
Yeah.
So,
but hey, it got
I was going to say the zip on those throws, dude. You could get used to watching that, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, especially the ball placement too. Yeah, so
for sure.
Fellas, there were a lot of I don't say upsets, but a lot of big games. Packers was a big game. Rams winning was a big game. I'm trying to decide what was my standout. I think it has to be Sunday Night Football. Just Dallas absolutely destroying the G-Men at home. It was nuts. Dak didn't have to do anything impressive. Just they really stuck to the ground game. Defense was insane. To beat your division opponent that bad, on the road,
and to skunk them.
Dak low-key owns the Giants, kind of.
100%, dude. I mean, he's never lost to him.
Dude, it's just that gnarly interception by Stephon Gilmore. I don't know if y'all saw that. Pretty much off the ground. I was like, I almost felt like typing an apology text to Anthony or Dallas Insider and being like, yo, dude, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong on that season prediction because the boys looked good. If the defense plays that good, Dak Prescott really just does not have to turn the ball over, and they'll be kind of scary. But all right, enough recap. Let's get into picks. We're trying to stick to a schedule here.
All right.
we're not doing a recap of the Bills game. Like at this point recording that it hasn't happened. So hopefully they won. And if they didn't, I am sad. I am in a sad spot, but it's okay because there's a lot of games. There's a lot of season left. It's fine.
There is. It's just week one.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous, but it's fine. Starting off Thursday night, NFC matchup. This is going to be a sick game, I think. Vikings, Eagles. Let's go to NFC expert Holden Tucciarone here. Birds favored by 7 here in Philly.
Yeah, this is a rematch of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe, I believe the Eagles smacked Minnesota. Minnesota came out great week 1 last year, and then the Eagles smacked Minnesota, and Minnesota only put like 7 points up or something like this. I think Vikings get the revenge. I think JJ, 9 catches, 150 yards this past week. I feel like Eagles struggled a little bit. They might have a little – I mean, they struggled. I mean, got up early. Bill Belichick and the boys found a way to scramble back, and it was a tighter game toward the end there. But I don't know. I don't see Minnesota going 0-2, which also, like, that was a surprise too. Baker and the boys coming back and beating the Vikings. Yeah. So I think it's going to be tough to – they really did. I feel like it's going to be tough to go 0-2 if I'm the Vikings. You just don't want to get in that hole. Realistically, it's a scary thing, especially in a 16-game season. I know we do 17 now, but you start off 0-2. That's when the digging starts, and you got to crawl out. So,
especially when Detroit Vikings. And Green Bay are 1-0 right now.
Yep,
huge. 100%.
NFC North looking 100%. Competitive. So who are you going with? Sir. I'm sorry, Holden.
Vikings.
Oh, it's going Kings. He loves that Kirk Cousins. You like that? You can't quit him. I just can't quit you.
You're right. I'm starting to gain a little bit of love for Kirk Cousins, just a little bit.
You saw a QB show and you got soft. You forgot your hatred
maybe a
and
little
disappointment.
bit, maybe a little bit, because you see the
all he needs to be is on
and
you're like
you see the human behind the quarterback.
Well, the human behind him is kind of a weird dude, but I find him kind of odd. But
everybody's dorky uncle, you know.
He's so weird, dude. When he sings, bro, it's so odd.
Honestly, he's kind of an inspiration for every nerdy, like slightly athletic dude.
That's true. That's true.
What did I hear, Holden?
No, that's true. Like, you're right. He is a little bit, I mean, a little nerdy dude, but I mean, I think he can relate to a lot of people out there, you know?
Yeah, very much Midwestern American, for sure. 1,000%. Yep. Aaron, let's go to you on this game. What's your pick here, guy?
So yeah, Philly lost their offensive tempo against the New England Patriots last week. I just feel like that's Belichick showing that he is still a very crazy good defensive mind head coach. So I don't think that remains the same way because the Vikings defense is not good. And you just lost to the Tampa Bay Bucks, dude.
I know. Mike Evans looked nice, man.
He did, dude. And like
good for an old feller.
They're still negotiating his contract too, so he's got something to play for.
I mean, I heard contract negotiations have broken down. He'll be a free agent. And as a Mike Evans fantasy owner, I love that. My man's trying to get paid this offseason.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
So I'm taking the Birds. It's in Lincoln Financial. Dude, done deal.
Dude, Aaron, I'm gonna tail you on that 1,000%. I love the Birds at home. It's probably gonna bite me in the ass. Kirk Cousins, he's such a 50-50 guy. I feel it's like he's gonna lose the games that he's supposed to win and win the games he's supposed to lose, and maybe this bites me here, but we'll see. But I'll ride the Birds to win at home. I think they'll figure it out. It was funny. I don't know if y'all saw this on the Fox report, like post game or whatever, but your boy Terry Bradshaw, Aaron, he was sounding like Holden. He was like, that Kirk Cousins, man, he puts up good numbers, but he doesn't win games. Like, and it was just like very interesting to see someone of his like stature and success to have a similar opinion to the rest of us folks. But moving it on, I guess we're going to talk some more Bills here. This is what I got on the list. Raiders, Bills in Buffalo. Buffalo's home opener, hopefully 1-0. Hopefully 1-0. Looking to stretch into 2-0. Buffalo Sabres mine is 10 here.
Yep.
Fellas, you know what? Usually I start off with this pick here, but I'm just going to ask y'all. I'm just going to ask Holden and you, Aaron. Should I be afraid of Jimmy G? Did not have a bad start. Holden, you don't think so?
No,
tell me who you got here.
I don't know. I just
make me proud.
To be honest, I didn't watch a ton of that game, the Raiders-Denver game. I mean, I know the Raiders pulled it off, and I know they're sitting atop the AFC West right now that nobody saw.
Crazy.
But now I think regardless of what happened in this Bills game, Bills roll. Straight up. Regardless of what happens. So. And we haven't even seen the eye test yet, but still think Bills roll.
I think we're a tough home team, you know. So, I mean, we'll see. I think Devontae Adams, Tre'Davious White would be an interesting matchup. And then obviously trying to bottle Josh Jacobs. And Jacoby Myers broke out. So, I mean, I think it's not quite the easy W that we all thought it is. But then again, so early in the season. Aaron, what do you got?
I think I guess the Bills have maybe as good of a defense as the Broncos, because I don't think the Broncos really have that good of a defense.
I want to say better. I think we have a better front seven.
That's what I was thinking.
I think secondary is kind of comparable if you're going to have Surtain and then White, and then I think our safeties are better, but I'm biased partially.
Yeah, I think the Bills win there. I just, the Raiders to me haven't shown a crazy amount of offensive prowess. I mean, Jacoby Myers broke out for 9 receptions, 81 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's against the Broncos, dude. And I do need to see the Bills play tonight, though. I want to see how they do against Garrett Wilson and high caliber wide receivers. Because while you guys do have a really good secondary, I just got to see it. So right now, I am picking the Bills. I'm picking the Bills out of confidence. So
okay, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm on those Bills. You know it. I'm rocking the polo. I got the hat. I'm always going to pick them. I think we win here. I think it's going to be a tough one. The spread's a tough one to take here. I might look at the over/under, but hopefully we just roll them and give their defense a hard check here. A little caveat before we go into this next pick. But we had a lot of unders week 1. I mean, was that just weather? Or I was just like, wow, these are some low-scoring games. And even from a fantasy perspective, I was like, no one's scoring points.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Nuts. A lot of duds.
I do think it was the weather, at least on the East Coast games, because there were storms all throughout the weekend and everything. And then college is, played on the field prior to that, and the groundskeeper maybe didn't get that moved out too quickly. So
no, mess it up. You know what? We had a shootout out west between Miami and LA. That was a crazy game. But last thing, I'm on the Bills. Bills by $1 billion. Let's get this dub, Bills. 2 dubs in a row, please. Chiefs and Bengals losing week 1, huge AFC early implications.
That's true. That's true.
You wouldn't have seen that coming. But let's move on to another AFC matchup. Ravens, Bengals. We got to go to our AFC North expert here, Aaron. Since he's favored by -3.5, is Joey B drunk off the $500 million contract?
It's either that or his calf is actually a lot more strained than people want to, lead on.
Yeah.
I just think his O-line played like absolute dog shit against Cleveland, and like Cleveland,
Miles Garrett had a day.
Yeah, and like he was doing like cross stepping, like faking out the
That's how you're in the
O-line.
Zone. When you're kind of like messing around in between plays or like during dead time in any sport. It's like
that was cold, dude.
It was disrespectful, dude. That was straight up disrespectful.
He was having fun.
Well, who else's O-line is pretty tragic? The Ravens. So I think it's going to come down to secondary, because Zay Flowers had a game last week.
Dude, he's so nice.
I mean, albeit against Derek Stingley or whatever it is, but I do think that the Bengals are a little bit more respectable on defense, but
I would imagine
it's in Cincy. I think for a home opener, I think I'll take the Bengals.
Take him on a bounce back. Okay, I like that. Holden, help me make up my mind here. I'm torn.
This is tough for me too, because I'm thinking in my head, I'm very high on the Bengals. I'm high on Jamar Chase, high on Joey B, but I'm like,
dude, you're just so high, dude.
I'm so high on this Ravens team too, that I'm like, my thing is too, I will say, like, R.I.P. Jake Jobbins, dude. R.I.P.
Dude.
Like, dude. I don't know what they're gonna do there. What do they have? Gus Edwards,
Justice Hill, and Gus Edwards.
Well, so it's like Justice Hill, number 1 waiver wire back right there.
I don't know.
2 tuds. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
You got to think about it too.
It's tough for me to see the Bengals going 0-2.
It is, right?
That's
it
true.
is.
But I'm going Ravens, and I think they're going to go 0-2.
Oof.
Yeah.
Big
that. Cojones right there.
Ooh, Ravens with the upset on the road.
Yeah, I like it a lot, actually. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I was like, I like the Ravens here. This.
It is so hard because Lamar had a bad game too. They sucked at passing for quote unquote. Yeah. We're going to pass the ball, and we have wide receivers. We paid Odell Beckham too much money after.
Mark Andrews could be back this year too. This week
that
too.
would be
Mark
huge.
Right. That'd be big time.
That would be huge. And like low key, what was it? Rashad Bateman didn't have a bad game. I got him on my bench in fantasy.
Yeah.
He was solid numbers for again not passing a lot. Shoot, golly, I'm gonna roll with the Ravens here too. I know it was the Texans. Joey B has to bounce back, and maybe this is his big revenge game, and he just lights it up. But he looked awful, absolutely horrendous. Couldn't run the ball either. So maybe just Ravens find a way, and that's just what it is. Golly, dude, Baltimore would go nuts. They start off 2-0. It'd be wild. Let's move it on here to a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game, I think, or like the divisional round. Chiefs, Jaguars in Jacksonville. Chiefs favored -3. Aaron, did the Chiefs bounce back? Does Jags Nation, does Duval just get this ball rolling, get a little revenge?
So I think a team that you can definitely count on not going 0-2 is probably the Chiefs. I will say that the Jaguars were pretty dominant against the Colts, but albeit the Colts, even though the Colts were actually scoring some pretty good points,
they were scaring me there. So I was going to use my 0-17 bet week 1.
They were surprisingly very good. But I think, Calvin Ridley had a day, 8 receptions, 101 yards for a tutty.
And then love that. Love to see it.
Lawrence,
that's what gamblers do, baby.
Lawrence didn't play bad, and then ETN eventually did get in the end zone. So
dude needs touches.
I think if the Chiefs don't win this game, then there may be actual concern. I think Travis Kelce's supposed to be back.
Borderline panic button.
If Travis Kelce doesn't get back on track, then yes, I think there's a reason to be concerned until the bye week.
All right.
So, but I am taking the Chiefs because I don't think they'll go 0-2.
I like that. I like that. That makes sense. Holden.
Pretty much the same thing. Andy Reid on a bounce back. Find it very tough for a Mahomes and Andy Reid led team to go 0-2. Not saying that the Jags can't get I do like Trevor Lawrence and Dougie P. They are a very good team. I think both of those teams are very good, but Chiefs 0-2 just sounds crazy to me.
Especially
and I'm still on this Chiefs team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still on this Chiefs team. I still think they're good. And that Patty Mahomes is like, this ain't happening. We ain't going 0-2. Like he's that guy. Bro, he's not going to let it happen.
I hope he went up to Kadarius Toney after the game.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you're in the judge machine. Practice bud.
Yeah.
You're not even coming to practice routes, dude. You are just getting your hands up.
Stick them on them hands. Something.
Yep.
Something. Yeah. Fresh gloves every series. I don't know.
I think if he catches 2 out of those 3 balls, even maybe one of those balls, I think they win that game. So I think it's totally different game. The crucial drops in those moments. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs,
Had me feeling bad for Pat Mahomes. It's hard for me to feel bad for Pat Mahomes because he was still doing some freaky stuff. And I was like, dang. It's like
I was okay with it. They barely lost. Like, you can't even –
I know, but it was like one of those things. Like, I don't want to say a phrase of like basketball. It's like, dang, he can't even buy a bucket. It's just like, it's like, dang, he's really out here trying to Superman this, and just like no one is giving him an inch, So, I'll wrap it up here. I think I'm going to take the Jags, but like, I don't know if we're going to allow this on our show. I'm going to do an asterisk on this. If Travis Kelce plays, I'll take the Chiefs. I think that's a huge thing in that reliable target. They'll find a way. If not, Jags roll. I think they got some of their jitters out against Indianapolis, and I think coming back from behind, because I think Indy led at one point and finishing on the road, division opponent. I think that's kind of huge. That means something in my book. So I'll go Jags, and if not, but kind of like the Jags to cover almost. Not official, but okay. Keep it in the AFC. Both 0-1 teams here. Tough, close games for both these teams. Chargers, Titans in Nashville. Chargers favored at -3.5. Is Ryan Tannehill done? Is he dead?
After the game he had.
Granted, really wasting any of Derrick Henry's prime that's left. Really, yeah. But Holden, tell me who's going to win.
I think I got to go Chargers here, man. I think the Chargers are, I think the Chargers, that was a close game, kind of a shootout back and forth. Eckler had a beautiful pop what was it, 60-something yard run. Love
I was
seeing
about to
that.
say, you bet that anytime TD score?
I had it in a lay, and the lay didn't cash, but should have taken it straight. That was my mistake. Had a freebie bet, so I threw it in a long shot.
Yep.
Nick Chubb let me down. Not gonna lie. So he's on my list, but I don't know.
Not the Browns O-line, but Chubb himself.
I think Chubb himself, dude. I mean,
Browns O-line got worse.
18 carries, 106 yards. You can't get in the end zone with that. I mean, come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
That's Stefanski's fault, dude. They load manage the absolute shit out of Chubb, and I have no idea why.
That's true. This is true.
So
Chargers. I just think from what I saw eye test this week, it's a week-to-week league. I think their offense is going to be far too much. Granted, the Titans defense did, hold the Saints to 17 points, 16 points.
Yeah.
All I saw was field goals from the Titans. I don't think they're going to be able. I don't think they're going to be able to hang. So.
Dude, love that analysis. Well put. Aaron,
what else are you going to say, dude?
I hate to say it, but I actually did like that Tennessee pass rush, dude.
Defense kind of showed up a little.
It was getting to the quarterback. They got a couple of interceptions,
Derek Carr, man, he almost likes getting hit. I almost got to look back on the stats of how much he got hit in Oakland or Las Vegas.
Dude, I mean, it makes you wonder how good the New Orleans O-line actually is, and if we just overrated it because the schedule that they have is fairly easy.
Yeah.
That being said, the Chargers still were able to score 36 points on a good defense from Miami. So, I mean, for what it's worth.
Sure.
And I don't think D-Hop actually made a huge difference in their game last week.
I think he was still their leading receiver. I could be wrong. I know
he was. I think he had 7 catches, 65 yards, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't think that's enough. No. I do need to see something from the Chargers defense because, dude, if Bosa and Khalil Mack can't get to the quarterback, are they washed? Yeah, what are we doing? So
I don't know. Derwin James holding down the secondary? Guess not.
I don't know, dude. He was getting burned, or J.C. Jackson was getting burned.
Come on, dude.
But I'll take Los Angeles to win, hopefully to cover.
Yeah, that's a little points.
3.5. So, what about you, Sean?
Let me tell you something. I'm on the Bolts here. They played well. That's how I thought exactly that game was going to go. I don't want to toot my own horn here. I think I called it on the nose. Knew it was going to be a shootout. Miami was just going to have a slight edge there. I can't pay the Finns too much compliments though, because I still can't stand them, especially Tyreek Hill. Character issues. Yeah. But yeah, Titans, no firepower. They hung in there in a tough game, but I think the Bolts are just going to roll them. I think it's they had enough experience now. Too much firepower. Add Chargers -3.5 to my card. I'm taking that all day.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna look at the over, but whatever. Let's finally get to some NFC games here. 2 1-0 teams. Kind of an obvious. I'm surprised the spread isn't more here. Packers are going to Atlanta, hot Atlanta, favored by 1 here after a great showing by Jordan Love and and Aaron Jones. Although potentially hamstring injury, question mark.
Yep.
As a fantasy owner, that worries me. But also, I love seeing them pop off. That was huge. I'm going to take the Packers here. Falcons played well. But honestly, yeah, I got to eat some crow on this. Packers D showed up. Pass rush, linebackers. They played with a chip on their shoulder. And Jordan Love made the right reads. I don't think they should have won by more.
I mean, 3 touchdowns, but $2?
Yeah. I mean, I watched a good amount of that game, and there were a few. I think there was one specifically where the tight end just made an error in his route, and Jordan Love actually threw the ball where he was supposed to be, and because he ran slightly the wrong route, he lost the ball because he had to flip his hips twice, and it would have been an easy walk-in tutter. So, and O-line kind of protected him well against quote unquote an improved Bears defense. So, I don't know. I'm gonna take the Pack here. I'm gonna take the spread there. I think they win this outright. Aaron?
Oh man, that's not a lot of points for that line. I think I hope that Jordan Love didn't have a fluke stat line because it was the Bears. Maybe
good point.
The Bears didn't actually improve, just plug and playing players doesn't make a better team. It takes the scheme. I I did like what the Falcons were able to do on the run game and involving Tyler Algier as well as Bijan.
It's a nice tandem.
I like the
Which one where
Falcons here.
Cordell Patterson fits in now?
Dude, he's inactive. It doesn't matter.
Shoot, you're right. Good call.
I'll take Atlanta here. I like the fact that they're at home, and I still am not sold on Jordan Love. I know that was a good game, division opponent. I need to see more. I need to see just a little more.
Them same amount of time on the bench behind Aaron Rodgers that Aaron Rodgers did for Brett Favre. Makes you think what they got brewing up in Lambeau.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, it'd be kind of rough. Holden, what are we doing here?
Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Zach Wilson's, he's taking leaps and bounds and getting better sitting behind A-Rod. I don't know, dude. I like what I saw from the Packers. I think LaFleur's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, this is eye test stuff. I mean, I will say Bijan, that touchdown that he had was nasty.
That was nasty, dude.
Nasty, dude. Made that dude.
Bijan, those guys got families.
Smash an ankle.
Seriously. I like the Packers this week. I will say it could be a little biased because I know we're playing the Falcons here pretty soon, and I want the Falcons just kind of like I want the Falcons to not be good when we play them. So there could be a little bias there. I know it's several weeks out, but I just know they're on our schedule, and I just don't really want them to be that good when we play them.
Fair.
But yeah, I just like what I saw from Green Bay. Again, offense was rolling, and I felt like defensively they were able to contain what we thought this new revamped wide receiving core, adding DJ Moore, Justin Fields taking this next leap. What is Justin Fields, year 3? Is it 3 or 4?
Yes.
Either way, year 3. So that's really like that year where you're thinking, okay, he's going to come, but he just didn't look great to me. Still running around like he does for sure, but I don't know. Give me the Packers this week. I think this is actually going to be a pretty fun game, actually.
Dude, I think so too. It's exciting. I think Atlanta should be excited. I mean, I know they beat Carolina, which, I mean, Bryce Young had a bad day. Bryce Young, that's CJ Stroud. I had to make sure I got that right. But a little asterisk to this. Christian Watson didn't play. Technically, Packers did that without their best target.
Romeo Dobbs, dude.
He's kind of nice too. But anyway, like hopefully these hamstring issues get resolved. I know for Aaron Jones, it's like they didn't even play it. He said he was fine, but they're like, we're up by so much, let's not even risk it. So I don't know. Packers could be a threat in this, I don't want to say loaded NFC North, but at least competitive NFC North. Speaking of NFC North and the current division leaders, maybe, or at least tied for it, Seattle going to the Motor City to play Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. Detroit Lions, Chief Slayers. Detroit favored -6. Gino didn't have a great day. Fellas, am I too on the Lions bandwagon here?
You can never be too on the bandwagon, dude. I'm on it. I'm on it as well, dude. I liked what they were able to do against the Chiefs. Albeit week 1, so there could have been some added details that maybe were giving them benefit of the doubt, like going for it on 4th and 1, like fake punch
on your own territory,
on your own 20,
dude, just trouble walking,
very ballsy,
swinging guy.
So I do like the Lions. I think watching just the highlights of the Seattle game, like they were just so off sync. But I also think no one was ready for that Rams team to be as good as they were yesterday.
Dude, they play well. I got to eat some crow on that. Like, I thought Matt Stafford was ready to almost like hang them cleats up. He looks healthy, at least for now. Yeah. It's easy to say early in the season. What was that? Puka Nuka? Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. He had a day. Cam Akers looked good.
Tutu Atwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe just like Gino had a rough game. I don't know. But you're on the Lions here for sure.
I'm on the Lions. I like their defense better than the Seahawks defense. I think the Seahawks
run game.
Oh yeah,
controlling the clock.
And the Seahawks defense got a little bit exposed by the Rams yesterday. Maybe. So I'll take the Lions here.
A little added thing before we transition to Holden here. I believe Tyler Lockett's going to be out. He had a concussion, so I don't know if that's a week thing or a 2-week thing. As a fantasy owner, that concerns me because he's a stud. I think Tyler Lockett is a future Hall of Famer. I feel almost similar numbers to Brandon Cook, almost in terms of receiving yards. I feel he's always good for 1,000-yard year, at least like 800. I don't know. Very solid guy.
Always very solid. I like even with like bad quarterback play, he was still very good. So
yeah, no, for sure. Holden, who you got here?
I think I have to be a little partially biased here because, I do have Jared Goff as my fantasy QB. Do have Jahmyr Gibbs. Do have Jameson Williams sitting on the bench waiting for him to come back after suspension. So I'm kind of like in this weird spot, and I don't know. I'm just gonna go Lions here. I don't know. There's not too much to it. I just going with the heart here. I could try to sit there and I just feel like it's still too early for me to really assess stuff. But I like the Lions in this spot. I think that week 1 win for Dan Campbell was, that's got to juice you up being a Super Bowl champ.
It had to be a statement.
So it's a huge statement for him. So, they're going to be juiced. And, I do think Pete Carroll is still a good coach, but Seahawks going 0-2, man. Seahawks going 0-2.
I could see it.
Especially Lions carrying that energy back to home. You know that Ford Field's going to be rocking. Dude.
They're going to be rocking. They're going to be rocking.
I think they sold out their season. I could be wrong. I may have saw that on the TV wrong. But if you're a Detroit Lions fan, I don't want to say buy in right now because you don't want to let yourself up disappointment. But get a little excited. You could be seeing something cool. Especially that defense. That defense was harassing Mahomes all day. That's something that really Geno struggled with. I'm going to take the Lions here. I'm believing Dan Campbell. I still think the Seahawks team is sneaky. Yeah. I still like them for where I have them predicted. But I'm tempted to take the spread. I think 6 is just a little much here. It's just a little much. If it was 3, I take it. But moving it on to the battle of the unbeatens here, or the winless and potential 0-17 team. Fingers crossed.
Oh, God.
The Colts are traveling for some AFC South classic matchup against the Houston Texans. Indy favored -1. Also, I don't know about if y'all know anything that I don't, but Anthony Richardson obviously left that game, I think, with a concussion. I think that's what
I couldn't tell you, brother. I was driving back from DC.
Yeah, that's just questionable here on the X.
Yeah, it's just questionable.
Aaron, who you got here? Colts, Texans?
Man, I really liked what the Colts were able to do against the Jags last week.
Dude, I know.
I hate to say that because we all picked them to do horribly, but if this has to be one of the wins that they get, I think it happens here. I don't know if Stroud can get this offense, chugging as hard as it needs to. Now, granted, I think the Colts got a weird touchdown defensively, like DeForest Buckner's touchdown. Like he thought the ball was dead, but it was still alive, and that's why he got it. But I still think the Colts are a little better here in this regard. So I'm going to take them to win.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Holden.
I'm going to piggyback off that, dude. I don't know. They both were Florida Gators, dude. I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I was just like, I just didn't see enough from the Texans. What do they have? They had 9 points, I think. Was it 9, 6 or 9 points? Which one? Something like that.
Yeah.
9.
It just wasn't enough offense for me. I think this Colts team, they're going to put up points. And again, these are those kind of situations where if the Colts are going to get a few wins, it's going to be against their crappy division teams.
Yep.
And I think the Colts are going to get a dub here. Texans 0-2. That's it.
I can see it.
Yeah, man. It almost makes you kind of interested in to see if Jonathan Taylor actually was playing.
They probably would have won, to be honest.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder, what old Jim Irsay is going to decide, if he can somehow sweeten the deal or whatever. I'm torn here, fellas. I really want to stick with my 0-17 bet against the Colts, but I kind of do agree that they didn't look half bad. It was just like week 1, but that being said, I got to be a man of my word. I'm going to take the Texans. So I think Anthony Richardson is so questionable. I love me some Gardner Minshew mania, great backup. But Texans at home, they find a way.
There you go.
I don't know, but some more NFC games here. The Chicago Bears taking on the undefeated Buccaneers in Tampa. Holden, are you riding with Baker, the touchdown maker?
Dude, I don't know. It's like almost after you said it, you were like, you still have a few pieces from that Super Bowl run a few years ago. You still have some of them. I know you don't have Tom Brady, but dude, come on, Godwin. But still, dude, same thing, dude.
Set you up for that.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, I kind of want to take the Bucs here, dude. And And that may be because, like, I looked at my season prediction. I don't have the Bears really taking that leap like Aaron might. So I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, it's just tough for me to pick the Bears in some of these matchups. I still do have Buccaneers right there at that, like, 8-9 win total. So those wins got to come from somewhere. And, I mean, Bucks 2-0, dude. I could see it. I think Baker getting that win is really going to juice him up, dude. Baker's that kind of guy. Like, he gets a win. They play well. Gets a little comfort, gets comfortable with Mike Evans. Is like, here we go. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to go Bucks, baby. 2-0. That's crazy.
I love that. It
Bucks
is
2-0. That's wild. Like, it sounds weird, but
it sounds weird. I mean, I know it. Like, especially I feel like Baker I feel he's just a system guy. Like, I think he did well with LA last year in some limited action, but did fine.
Did okay. I wouldn't say. Crazy.
Well, come on, dude. He had that one where he was fresh off the plane and got a win, and then absolutely demolished.
I mean, dude, that's hard to do.
Team.
Wasn't that against the Bucs?
You don't know the playbook. You don't. I don't think so.
It wasn't.
Dude, sometimes you just got to go out there and
ball. It was
ball.
against a better team.
I think it was Rams versus someone. I can't remember.
I think it was the Rams versus Bucs.
Anyway, he went off, dude.
He did well. He did well for only knowing.
Doesn't even know his teammates' names.
Plays.
He's like, "Yo, 8, get open.
17, get down there."
He's like McCarron. He's like, no, it's McLaurin, and it's like whatever. He's like Goodwin, and it's like, no, it's Godwin. Aaron, who you got? I know you're big on the Bears this year for season total. Do you ride that?
I gotta keep riding the Bears, dude. I feel like I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just like playing against Green Bay is their kryptonite or something. But I need to at least consider the Bears again. Because they're tops of my NFC North here, and I need them to start showing that, and they got to beat teams that they're actually projected to beat, or were projected to beat until last week. So I'm taking the Bears in an upset in Tampa. So.
Dang, that's nice. Some are saying they didn't target their wide receiver that traded the first round pick. I heard he only got 2 targets.
Granted, they didn't target him very much.
DJ Moore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, kind of.
Well, they said Jair Alexander had a clamp on him, dude. There was no getting him.
Jair Alexander had a good game, but played a little dirty.
Mooney had a pretty good game.
There. Mooney had a nice game. Made me rethink about cutting him on my fantasy team, so that was good.
And I don't know where Chase Claypool was. Sorry.
Dude, frick that nerd. I'm cutting his behind on my other team.
So bad, dude.
Dude, Steelers won that trade. I'm taking the Bucks at home. I'm going to buy into the hype. It's probably a mistake because, I mean, it's hard to go 0-2. I mean, it's not, but
it's the Bears, dude. It's not hard for the Bears to go 0-2.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I just think if they take care of the football, Mike Evans is they got some good veteran players. I think that's the big difference. The Bears team's still young. They need to learn a little more. So I'm going to take the Bucks. More NFC, battle of winless teams again. New York Giants, after an embarrassing loss, traveling to the desert of Arizona, favored by 4 points. Do you take that? Because, I mean, Arizona's defense didn't look bad, but their offense got a lot of breaks. It's really tough to wrap my head around. Let's go to Holden on this one. What do you got here?
Got to take Arizona here, baby. They put up a fight that I did not know was capable. Josh Dobbs didn't look good, but James Conner will get it going here. I want nothing more than the Giants to just be at the bottom of the division. Let's cash them out. Let's move on, and let's get them 0-2. That would be huge.
Get them out of here. Get them out of the picture.
I'm personally still on. I didn't like this Giants team last year. I had to eat my words a little bit. Don't really like them this year. I think Daniel Jones a little bit overpaid for. I know it's the market, but I think he's overpaid for a QB. I think he's backup. I think Daniel Jones is backup QB.
Really?
I personally do. Yes, that's
Sam
what I believe.
Darnold-y, Mitch Trubisky kind of vibe.
Very much so. Like spot on with some of those guys. Yeah, I just don't see it, dude. I know that sounds great, but this Arizona team, this front was actually a little bit, and our O line's a little shaky. I understand, but they were getting after it, and they've got some weapons still.
They got fire in their guts, bro.
Look, like they took the bus to work.
Look, he's looking for killers. All right.
Oh my god,
he's looking for killers, bro. He's got a couple killers on that team, and they're gonna show this week. Give me the cards.
All right.
That's one of their 3 wins. I think that I have them at.
Aaron.
I don't think they did play you guys pretty well, and I'm
It could mean
hoping
we
that.
suck too.
Well, I'm hoping
Dude,
that the
no.
Giants only lost that badly because the Cowboys were that good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, dude, their defense looked great. I mean, it's
yeah,
just if you have a pass rush that's good, and then like a secondary that's good enough to eat off of like basic mistakes. I mean, it just works in
yeah.
that beautiful tandem how a defense is supposed to work ideally.
I
So
do like Brian Dable a lot better than Jonathan Gannon, so I think that's where I'm going
yeah,
to find my bias there and take the
yeah,
Giants for a bounce back.
um, yeah. Dude, for me again, the road to 0-17, Arizona Cardinals first overall draft pick. Maybe we'll tied with Indianapolis. I guess we'll go points
Ugh.
against to determine who really gets that, or they'll trade it away. But we'll just see. I'm gonna take the G-man to bounce back. I do believe in Brian Dable. I think there's gonna be such a fire in their gut of like that was the most embarrassing thing of all time. We have to bounce back, or I think you could quickly see them mentally
Hmm.
tumble into like irrelevance. This
Yeah,
Cardinals team, I mean, they're juiced. I mean, you played them that close. You played a game that
yeah.
you weren't supposed to win, and it went down kind of to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Cardinals got a little lucky. I think you take away that Sam Howell fumble.
Mm.
It's a way
Yeah,
different
that hurt.
game. Yeah, so it's like I don't think you get a lot of those. I think the Giants, Daniel Jones has enough experience to not make that mistake. Hopefully, but yeah, so I'm gonna ride with the Giants here. I am not touching this spread.
No,
Or should
No,
I?
definitely
No, I'm
not.
not.
it's got trap
Um,
game written all over it.
it's a trap. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
tarp. All right, moving on to an NFC West crazy matchup. A lot of high scoring teams here, or the scores for the first week of these two teams. 49ers, quick in-state trip to their southern brothers in LA.
Southern
The
Brothers.
Niners are favored by 8 here. I'm tempted to touch it. I'm tempted to touch it. Aaron, you saw the Niners
Dude,
play
they
firsthand.
mollywopped my boys, and it was just really hard to watch.
Look
So,
at they massacred my boy.
look what they did. Yeah, so I think the 49ers are easily a top 3 team in the league right now with that
Yeah,
defense and that offense. And Brock Purdy, as long as he takes care of the football with that O line in front of him,
dude.
sky's the limit, dude. So I think
Dude,
it's
Ayuk.
Niners. Yeah, Ayuk, dude. Where the hell?
Dude,
Like,
Debo who? What? George Kittle hit?
yeah, dude, they were picking on Patrick Peterson. They were taking his lunch and taking it often. They were like, "Hey, you still think you're good?" And I heard that Patrick Peterson was kind of chirping Brock Purdy about like, like, "Oh, he has some tells, so I'm going to be able to pick him." And Brock Purdy responded today and goes like, "Wasn't that second touchdown on Patrick Peterson?" So I was just
Ooh,
like, "Oh my goodness." So yeah, give
you
me the
hate to see it.
Niners. Give me the Niners, dude. I don't think the Rams are going to have that good of luck again against a division opponent,
Yeah.
especially not
Okay.
the Niners.
All right. Quick shout out to Holden here. I tailed you on the CMC anytime. Loved that. Shout out.
Hey
Shout
man,
out
I think you
Holden.
could have gotten that at plus 100. I mean,
I
granted,
did.
what do you have?
I
20,
did.
22 carries at 159 yards, a
Yeah,
tutter,
Tutter.
3 catches for 17 yards. I mean, dude, he's a
Uh-huh.
workhorse. He's gonna
He's
get in
a
the end zone.
freak.
If he stays healthy, he could get in the end zone every week. But I don't think he's gonna stay healthy. So I grabbed Elijah Mitchell in fantasy.
Dude,
Bold.
so smart. Dude, you're the
Just saying.
you're
Just
the
saying.
smartest. No
Just
last place
saying.
this year.
Nope.
Dang right. No, sir. We ain't doing that
And
Wings Challenge
hopefully
again,
not me
baby.
either. It's my greatest fear. Who you got here, Hold NFC expert, as you take a sip of water.
Niners, those show. I do like this Rams team. Without Cooper Kupp, I don't think they're going to be able to handle this team. This 49er team is good. It's
Defense
really
legit.
good. They're legit. They're scary. I don't want to play them on New Year's Eve, but we're gonna. And hopefully they've already clinched the division at that point, and they're playing backups when we got to play them. That's what my hope is, because this is a good team.
Dude, let's
Clinched
go.
by Christmas. That'd be crazy.
I'm telling with you, we have clinched by Christmas. Print the T-shirts, print the shirts. I'm gonna tell the Niners as well. I think it's kind of obvious. Rams had a great game. I kind of have to see if lightning strikes twice because it's still a Cooper Cup-less team. I still trust that
Right.
relationship with Matt Stafford. It's tough to trust Stafford's longevity in my eyes. Brock Purdy looked great. I think he's young enough. He healed well from those surgeries. Great system, great offense, great everything. I'm gonna take the Niners. I'm actually gonna take them to lay the points here. I know 8 is a lot for a pro game.
I like it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Seriously, I don't. It's
if
like
anyone
it
could do that large of a spread, I think it's the Niners.
It has to be, yeah.
Just after week one.
The scary part is a division game, but I mean, I think this really is like when you could see some of those flop lines where you're just like, holy crap, they just got out of hand. But it just it doesn't happen too often. But
I mean, what they did last week against Seattle, I mean,
but
double
Seattle,
digits. So
like Seattle was good. I mean, playoff team, quote unquote. But it's just like I feel Niners were really like
that's going to be a real challenge.
Flip, like healthy between them and the Eagles to be in that Super Bowl. Like, and I think somehow they managed to get a little better. At least that's how it seems. So I'm fully on that Niners pack. Shanahan, shout out Burke. Moving into a weird game here. Undefeated Cowboys will hopefully be hosting the winless Jets, please. Dallas already favored -3.5, kind of a weird spread there. Holden, you and your second favorite quarterback of all time, Aaron Rodgers, are you going to ride him to beat Big D in Big D?
Of course I am, dude.
Of course,
100%.
He's got it.
100%, dude.
100, dude. That defense.
Can't wait to see this Aaron Rodgers-led Jets team tonight against your boys. But I don't care what happens. I almost kind of hope that the Jets are 0-1 when they face them, so that way, a little bit more of a, you know what I mean? Get a little bit, it's like, hey, we can't go 0-2 here. Bingo. Rob Sal's gonna be like, nope, not happening. So I can't pick the Cowboys, dude. You kidding me? Like, come on now.
I know, you're right.
Aaron Rodgers is one of the Cowboy killers. Santana Moss is one. Aaron Rodgers is one too. So I'll tell you right now, Aaron Rodgers
getting revenge on his old
Cowboys.
Aaron,
I didn't even think about that. Good call.
Yeah, right, dude.
Oh man,
it's a tough one, right? Like last year, no question, but this year,
I mean, I gotta see how well the Jets play tonight, because if they, not saying that they will, but if they do rout a good team like the Bills, it does bring into question. It's like they have, in my opinion, the Jets have a better defense than Big D. I think Big D just teed off.
Whoa!
I think Big D just teed off on a Giants team that kind of wasn't suspecting. It was
absolute horrible.
Yeah. I didn't expect him to be that bad, but I do think that New York Jets definitely have a more proven defense, in my opinion.
Yes.
So I'll take the Jets. Take the Jets here.
I feel like I gotta look up a stat on like the boys' home record. I don't know why I feel they're better on the road than they are at home, and that's probably wrong.
Now they're not. They're 0-0. So
that's right. But I gotta be partially biased here. Frick the New York Jets, all right? You heard it here first. I can't stand them. I think this Dallas D was firing on all cylinders here. That pass rush, insane. Stephon Gilmore, a real sleep pick, right? Still has some juice in him.
Good
I think it's definitely gonna be closer than the Giants, but I just think it's gonna be the boys' game to lose. I'm gonna pick the boys here. Shout out Anthony. Keeping it rolling here. Just a few picks left for you fellers. I think, Holden, your game in the week. Washington Commanders 1-0. Maybe
good.
Taking it all the way to Mile High to go visit old Richmond, Willie Russ. All right. And Holden, I'm glad you're standing, because if you were sitting down there, you'd stand. Denver's favored here, -3.5. That seems disrespectful. To quote Deion Sanders, sounds personal.
It is. I think it is a little personal, dude. And this is one of those games where I think it all comes down to our defensive front. I mean, we've got to get after it. We've got to lock down. Russ is somebody who I feel like has lost a step a little bit, and if we can just get in his face all day, I don't love their receiving core. I think Denver's a little banged up at receiver. Patrick Surtain, whatever how you ever pronounce it, scares me a little bit. Scares me a little bit for Sammy, Uncle Sam Howell. It scares me a little bit, but I do think that we have a really good shot at going 2-0 here, and I think you have to go 2-0 here, given the next two games on the schedule for Washington. If little spoiler, we got two tough teams after that. We'll probably lose both of those. Got to go 2-0 right here. And I think I even said it in our preseason predictions. I don't think Denver really took much of a step. I mean, I know Sean Payton is your new coach, and but I don't see it yet. I think it's going to take a little bit more time for them to kind of get things rolling.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be so juiced up from this win. Yeah. We won a game that was very sloppy So when you can do that, it really brings the team together, and it shows you. Hey, I think they lost a tough one. Denver lost a tough one. And I think it's sometimes hard to bounce back from stuff like that. Give me the Mandos 2-0. Sounds weird, but I'm gonna take it.
There you go.
Come on, baby. God, let's go. And with 425 game, dude, I love playing 425 game. Yeah. Just personally, an away 425 game. You wake up, do what you got to do, watch a couple of 1 o'clock games, stress free, get ready, zoned in for 425. Just in time for dinner. You get dinner at halftime. Oh, baby. Can't wait, baby. Can't wait, baby.
Love that. Let me ask you real quick, as a Washington insider, Terry McLaurin still banged up week 1, or?
Nope, he's totally good, bro. Totally good.
Okay, just as a fantasy owner, I wouldn't mind
he's good to go. I think the biggest thing is I really think weather factored into that game. I mean, B-Rob rushed 19 times. They really didn't air the ball out as much as we'd like, and he was spreading it around a little bit. He was trying to feel out all those receivers.
But you should.
I mean, Samuel getting in there for 50-plus yards. That's
great wide receiver core.
First time for that.
It is a very good receiving core.
Yes.
You just got to keep it going. They'll get more comfortable. Terry's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver this year. Mark my words.
Book it. Aaron.
I am going to take Washington here as well. I think you're a Denver team with a proven coach now. You have no excuses. I mean, he had a Super Bowl,
I know, like 10
years
ago.
He's got a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he still can't score more than 20 points against the Vegas Raiders, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Vegas Raiders defense is not that good. We all know that. And I think you're coming up against a proven defense with the Washington Commanders with, Daron Payne. And I think Chase Young comes back this week.
Dude, he better.
Maybe.
Come on, dude. That stinger cannot be that bad.
Maybe.
This guy is tanking.
Dude. Jonathan Allen said that when it comes to nerve stuff, you cannot rush this stuff. So you don't want to risk rushing back from any type of nerve damage in your neck. That's very dangerous stuff. Okay. So we're just playing it a little precautious. I mean, we'll see. Got to let doctors clear him. But if he does play, you watch out, dude. You watch out. Because either him or Sweat are they're either getting 2-3 sacks, either one of them. I mean, they'll combine. If Chase Young plays, they'll combine for 3 total sacks. Them 2 boys right there. One of them's going to have 2. One's going to have 1. They're going to have 1.5.
1.5.
We're getting 3 sacks with them boys. Daron Payne's going to snag 1 too.
I like Washington's defense a lot in this game. So for Denver to be favored is a little disrespectful.
It's a little weird. It makes me feel Vegas maybe knows something that we don't, because it's just like, I'm like, wait, one of these teams won their game and the other didn't. I know Arizona isn't very good, not predicted to be very good, but
I don't think Judy comes back either this week.
Yeah, I hope not.
I don't think
he's questionable, but
I think the fact that Denver, I guess, really focused on Devontae Adams and let Jacoby Myers kind of go off. Jacoby freaking Myers? Gross. Absolutely disgusting. Sorry, I'm going to jump in here. I'm taking the Commanders. I'm taking the money line.
Roll Washington.
I tell you there, boy. I tell you right there.
Dude, why not? Why
not, dude? Frick it, dude.
That's all I'm saying. I don't trust it, but I will say, Chase Young, if he doesn't get it together, I think he's a hot trade commodity.
Yeah, he will. Unfortunately,
I think if you're not going to re-sign him, and injuries are a weird thing, and he's like, I want a certain number, not Joey Bosa money, but some money.
There's no way he asked for Joey Bosa money with no healthy seasons.
DNs get paid.
They get paid if they show up, dude. I don't know.
All I'm saying, maybe not that, but I mean, you heard about last night on the Sunday Night Football. They were talking about Micah Parsons' deal, and he was like, his agents, or he was quoted saying, I wasn't even thinking that kind of money for Joey Bosa, and a little comparable there. So market's going up. Got to pay the market or leave.
Very true.
Let's keep rolling here. 3 picks left. We're going to try to sprint through them roughly. All right. Big divisional matchup for the AFC. Huge implications on the line. Dolphins hosting the crappy New England Patriots. New England Cheatriots. Gosh, I'm so bitter. Miami favored -2.5 here. It's your Sunday night game. Aaron, Pat stand a chance here? Mac Jones guy?
I think no, I'm not a Mac Jones guy.
2-on?
2-on? Is that a thing?
It is now.
Wow, strangely political. Anyways, I do like New England's defense and how they kind of held Philly, albeit Philly having a new offensive coordinator, so maybe that was the reason why there was a little bit of offensive woes. But I loved what I saw from Miami in that game. So if that offense can stay consistent, I think you easily have one of the most dangerous pass catching tandems in Waddle and Hill on that team. And then what's his name? The guy that we all thought would be injured by that game, Raheem Mostert. He came in and had a pretty good game himself. And
the run game wasn't bad.
I keep hearing rumors by like week 4 they're going to try to start trading for Jonathan Taylor, and that would be kind of crazy too. But for this week, I like Miami. I don't think New England gets it done. Yeah.
Holden?
With you, Aaron. Honestly, I don't have much to say on it. I just like it this week. Very tough also for me to say. It's very tough for me to say Bill Belly goes 0-2, but I think this is a completely different New England team. I think his reign is coming to an end here pretty soon. But respect to you,
Cliff.
Respectively. Still GOAT, still the Hall of Famer for sure, all those things.
Oh yeah.
Golly, can both these teams tie? I feel like Holden. It's gotta be the Dolphins. I mean, firepower is just way too much. Patriots will probably find a way to keep it close. They always do. But I also feel the last 10 years, Miami's just kind of been that upset, like thorn in their side. Like they just find a way. They play them well. Tyreek Hill went off. Tua was throwing some pretty balls. I hate to say it. I really want to bet on Miami to lay the points.
Really?
And I hate having money tied up with teams I don't like.
Don't do it.
Okay, I'm not going to do it. But if I was not partially biased, I would take this 1,000%.
Bingo.
Okay.
But I'm going to take Miami to win. I mean, it's just too much. So, all right, here we go. Monday doubleheader. I love doubleheader Monday nights, man. I mean, it makes it kind of rough going to work the next day if you're staying up for that late night game, but especially for you, Aaron. But we'll get to that for our last pick.
Yeah.
NFC South matchup. Saints, Panthers. Saints favored by 3. Aaron, does Bryce Young get his first NFL win here?
No.
At home? No.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Damn. Okay.
No, I think the Carolina Panthers are going to have a rough go. I don't think they have the offense to really compete against anybody right now.
Nope.
Until they figure something out. I mean, Olave had a great game, 112 yards, 8 receptions, and then Derek Carr, albeit had like kind of a wishy-washy game, still threw for 300 yards and a tutter. So
serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable guy, and there were a couple of missed throws that they can obviously hone down. I know it's an away game. I know it's in Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, but I do not see Bryce Young getting his first one.
Holden, any hope for the young rook?
Don't think so, my guy. I mean, could see the stats being a little bit better than they were, but still think this Saints team is going to win this division. Think it's theirs to lose. And I don't know. I can't remember what I had him at. I think I had him at like 12 wins. So we got to start stacking them here early. Something like that.
True.
Yeah.
This is true. I mean, it helps when you're in a weak division for sure.
Very true.
But Tampa.
And I think I got them at like 8 or 9 wins. So it'll phase off. Tampa will phase off.
Out.
Yeah, you got New Orleans at 12 and Tampa at 8.
Sheesh. Holy crap. All right.
Nice.
Well, there you go. Yeah, give me the Saints.
Nice. I'm in consensus here. Saints get it done. I don't know. I want to see more firepower, but I want to say the Panthers are not as good a team as Tennessee. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Give me the Saints, and let me take them to lay the points here. Hold on, I'm using that term correctly, right? Not to out myself on the pod, but lay the points.
Lay the points means you're lay the points. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Lay the wood.
You got it.
All right. Oh, dude, nice, dude. I'm such a good gambler. Now, finishing off here, Aaron, your game of the week. The Steelers are hosting the Cleveland Browns at age 15. You can't handle it.
You're not ready.
Not ready.
Oh man. Okay, so I understand, and Steeler fans will be the first people to jump ship on the whole like Kenny Pickett experience, and I think that is too haphazard, especially after one fucking week, guys. RELAX. Relax. This is fine. Dude, no, we're not firing Tomlin. Unfortunately, we're not getting rid of Matt Canada. And, that defense is going to get better. And you have to realize that the 49ers, again, top 3 team in the NFL right now. And just to even score points on them.
Yes.
And to not look like the New York Giants, unfortunately. Sorry, Naya. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have a comeback game here. I think Myles Garrett is a threat, and that's something they're going to have to handle. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as the Niners game. And the Browns' right tackle just got hurt, tore his ACL and MCL, so he's out for the season. That means Watt is going to feast on the left side of the defense, right side of the offense. So, and also Watt quietly had a 3-sack, 2 forced fumble game against the top offense in the league for what it's worth.
Pretty good.
So I think we're gonna get our ish together. I think in prime time. Also, the Cleveland Browns are unveiling their all black uniforms. Yuck. So we're gonna spoil that day. I know Cleveland's favored by 2, which is just mean after the whooping we got. So watch out. Cool. It's going to be a good game. You're not ready.
You're not ready. They got guys. Holden.
They got guys.
Dude, Aaron, I hate to tell you this, my man. Steelers are going 0-2 here, my boy.
No,
I hate to tell you. No, they are, dude.
Holden, come on.
From what
he picked the Steelers to be bottom of the division, dude.
From what I saw from this Browns team that I did not expect at all, I just don't see it, and I hope I'm wrong.
What did you see? What did you see? What, the defensive
beating the
line?
Bengals 24-3? That's what I saw. That's what
Joe Burrow didn't show up that day. Dude, he was too busy counting cash.
Cleveland is 3-0 against Joe Burrow now.
I saw something. I saw
Cleveland is the Ohio team. I hate to say it.
Somebody said nobody can get the ball. It said the Steelers has nobody to get the ball to George Pickens, and George Pickens liked that message.
It's
that
just a comment, dude.
Why would he like that?
Comment. Dude, who cares?
I would like it if my court. I care if
in the words of Mike Tomlin, we do not care.
No,
we do not care.
If somebody said Sam Howell can't get the ball to their receivers and Terry McLaurin liked that, that would scare me. I'm saying, okay, there's tension here already. That's not good. I don't like that. I don't like 2 gloves either. You know that. So here's what I'm saying. Steelers, dude. 0-2. I'm sorry. Yikes, yikes. I don't like it.
To each their own. To each their own. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Okay, we're gonna see.
Oh shoot! All right, that was rough. But
I love you, but I really, and for your sake, I want your team to do well, but I don't see it. It's tough for me to see it. I didn't see it last year, and they found a way.
You didn't see it last year, dude?
No, I didn't, and I know they won 9 games, but it's just like I still don't see
smash dick full bucks.
Won 7 of their last 8 prior to the season ending. So if that really doesn't make you see anything, you're not watching.
Don't know ball.
Year, I ain't talking about.
He doesn't know ball, dude.
I ain't talking about last year.
Oh my goodness.
There's a new team.
Last year was last year.
There's new pieces.
This year.
It's just week 1, dude. We'll get it back together.
It's just week 1. It's just
okay.
RELAX.
Football.
Shut up,
dude. I hate to pile on here, but it's the Steelers, dude. Oh, Mike Tomlin ain't going 0-2 at home back to back. It's not happening. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns owning the state of Ohio while Joe Burrow has been in attendance. Mike Tomlin owns the Browns. He owns the Brownies. Like Aaron said, relax, take a deep breath. San Fran is probably the best team in the league right now. Knock on wood.
That's what I'm saying.
Not to jump the shark here too early. Deshaun Watson did not have that good of a game either. I think they just took advantage of a very underperforming Cincinnati team. So I'm on the Steelers. They'll figure it out. TJ Watt's going to eat. Kenny Pickett's going to figure it out. Najee Harris is going to figure it out. It's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be tough. It's going to be some gritty AFC North football. The Yinzers are going to go crazy. And add Steelers money line to my card.
So Steelers +2
money line. I don't care about the spread.
Sorry.
I'm saying they're winning.
You're right. See how good of a better I am,
dude. Whatever. You bet with your heart, not your head, right, Holden?
Exactly, dude.
So, all right, that's it for picks. Do we have any best bets, Holden?
It's kind of early for me, but
I know.
Maybe we get some best bets a little later in the week.
Sure,
all right,
that's fine.
here's what I got.
Tease it.
Give me Washington plus the 3.5 because I do think I think if they do lose, it's going to be within a field goal. Give me Sam Howell anytime touchdown score. I think he does it again. I'm sorry, he's going to scramble in there one more time.
Lord have mercy.
So wait, anytime rushing touchdown?
Well, anytime touchdown. So either he's going to catch one, which probably not going to catch one, but he'll probably rush one in. And then also, give me Terry McLaurin over. I'm guessing his line's going to be at 3.5, 4.5 catches. Give me his over receptions. I think he's going to be catching the ball a lot more of this. I think we're going to have PS2 bouncing around. It's going to leave Terry open. He's going to grab a lot of balls. I know that's pretty much all partially biased bets, but I like them on. It's a little early, and I haven't seen the lines that have come out on player props yet. So let's roll with those.
I was just checking those. Yeah, ridiculous. Let's see. My best bets. Aaron, you got any best bets?
Sure. I just got a bunch of money lines, and I guess I got a couple player props. I am gonna do Philly money line. I'm gonna do Buffalo money line. I'm gonna have, I think, Jacksonville money line. I think that would be pretty good value. I'm gonna take Pitt money line, and then you know what? I'll take the Jets money line because I like that value there.
Okay, I'm into that.
And then player bets, I'm doing the Austin Eckler anytime because that was surefire. And then what's his name?
To be like Chris McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey anytime as well.
That's actually what I was just checking on my phone. I wanted to see if that line was out because if it's plus 100 again, I will take it as well. But that being said, my best bet, I'm doing a new strategy.
Okay.
I give you my bets that I'm taking, but this is my best bet. This is my winner. Holden set me right last year, and he was right. You only can have really like one best bet. You can have the best you like, but this is your best one. And my best one,
that's
Chargers,
what we should do.
-3.5. I love
like
it.
That. Maybe we should just do one, and then we can post the rest of the card out. But like one best bet. This is the money maker right here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's other stuff on my card, like but
his top ones.
Right. But
double circle it.
The best bet.
It.
The 2-unit, the 3-unit. Here we go.
These two teams don't have a win yet. I think Chargers are going to be 1-1. Titans are more likely to be 0-2. We're taking the Bolts here on the road.
Okay.
Herbert's going to get it done. So that's it. Well, fellas, it's another great episode in the books. Hope everyone enjoyed their week 1. Go Bills. Please win. I know it's just one game, but gosh darn it, New York Jets fans are so insufferable. Shout out Gabe Harari. I don't know if he's going to listen to this episode, but I'm not going to lie. Dolphins were kind of balling, and I was thinking of you during that. I saw your posts. I'm not going to lie. He was kind of crushing it. So, hope you won all your bets. And,
yes, sir.
love you guys.
Can't believe the Commanders are 2-0.
Steelers!